I'd like to say right off the bat that I am not a professional videographer. I don't blog or vlog, so this is not going to be any kind of professional quality, but I hope you will bear with me because I wanted to share. I have been doing Shimelle's Best of Both Worlds for a long time now, and before I ever make a purchase, I pull from my stash and try to use what I've already bought first and then supplement with things that I don't really have anything close to what she's using. In May, she had some difficulty finding new products. So a lot of the things were things that I've seen before, things I had in my stash. So this particular kit you're going to see has a lot of things that were from my stash. I did purchase a few things, and when we get to those, I will note that. I also used some digital kits that I had purchased already from Designer Digital's, the 49 and Market line in particular. So I'll just get started, and at the end, if you want to leave a comment, I will try to watch for comments and answer any questions you might have. Let's get started with the first paper, and it was 49 Market from Spectrum Gardenia, and I have that in a digital kit. So all 4 pages, front and back, I printed on my printer. They printed a little different than they come from scrapbook.com or a cherry on top, but I can make them work, and I'm not sure how she's going to use them anyway. So I just printed them directly. The third paper she had in her list was a wreath, and I had a bunch of wreaths. So I chose these two. One is from Paige Evans. The other is from a mixed media paper pad by Vicki Booten. The next paper was a rainbow print. I had a rainbow print from Reasons to Smile, so I chose it. And then I supplemented the B side with a plaid from Paige Evans. I'm going to say it was Blooming Wild. The next print was a stripe from, I'm not going to say her name correctly, but I'll try. It's uh, Celis Gonzalo, I believe, from Rainbow Avenue. I did not have that, and I really liked it, and I thought about just creating it myself and decided I just didn't have time. The other side has buttons. I didn't have anything with buttons. So buttons are, I had some dots, but I really liked that stripe, so I just bought it. Next on the list was a stripe, looked kind of sewn, and I had from Paige Evans Splendid, I had a stripe that is all kind of sewn stitches, and so I used it. It has a yellow B side, which there was also a yellow B side in on one of Shimelle's papers, so I thought I could use both sides of that. And then the B side of Shimelle's choice was pink, also sort of sewn looking stripes. And I chose a Maggie Holmes Woodland Grove. The B side of that is a grid with um, with some flowers on the with a I can't remember the name of that flower on the bottom right. So I thought I could use that kind of as a uh, journaling paper. The next paper Shimelle chose was a pink rainbow. She discussed it in her Friday or Monday live on Wednesday that if you don't like pink rainbows, you don't have to buy pink rainbows. And I don't like pink rainbows, so I didn't buy pink rainbows. Instead, I put in dot and stripe, an orange dot and stripe from Echo Park. The wood grain paper, which is the next one, I just chose Reasons to Smile, the Reasons to Smile wood grain. I bought like 10 of those at Joann's when it was, I think it was 10 for $2 or 8 for $2, something like that. So I bought a bunch of those at the time. They had that sale. I've got a lot of those. The next paper she chose was a star with a aqua blue plaid on the back. I had still have some one sheet of the Dreams Come True from Never Grow Up, which is Shimelle's version of that star paper, and I'm using it. I did not have any more plaids in my stash. So I chose and a cream and sort of navy stripe from Simple Stories Travel Notes. It's really old paper. I'm glad to use it. The next paper Shimelle chose was a I think it's called Hooray or something like that. It's a very large circular um, paper with a yellow B side, and I had a very large circular colorful A side from that is ancient called The Goods from American Crafts. I think the paper is called Gumball. Um, and I'm super glad to get that in my in the used pile. And then I supplemented, I already had that yellow paper from Paige Evans, but I also added a yellow from Doodlebug Petite Prints, the lemon dot stripe. The next paper was a very bright stripe and a starry dot background. So I chose a very bright stripe from Main Character Energy I had left called After Hours, and the Stay Sparkly from Reasons to Smile. Last thing she had on her list was a piece of vellum which I originally thought was aqua, but I see now that that was just the background, um, that it's actually a white piece of vellum. So I added both a plain 8.5 by 11 piece of vellum, and I had a blue cloud piece of vellum, and I took a photo of it. It's not very good, um, but it's a blue cloud piece of vellum. I also purchased the Altenew enamel dots and the waffle flower stamp. In addition, I purchased the waffle flower um, die set the go with the stamps. I always like, if I buy a stamp, I like to buy the die too, and vice versa. So I went ahead and splurged on that since I bought one sheet of paper in this kit. So I went ahead and splurged on that. Shimelle decided to pull from previous kits for her embellishments for the month of May, and I think that's a great idea. I chose to purchase and download the printable from Hey Little Magpie for Spectrum Gardenia. It's a bunch of labels and a few circles that are really easy to print and easy to cut out. I used my 1 inch and 1 1/4 inch punch to do the circles and cut the labels out by hand. I also have some Spectrum Gardenia stash that I haven't used. I don't have any paper, but I do have some of the laser cut elements, so I'm going to use those. And as I said earlier, I have the digital kit of Spectrum Gardenia. So if I feel like I need any particular things, I might pull from that. And then I'm going to pull from my stash leftover embellishments from other kits. So that is what I have for my May kit. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Again, I am not a professional. Please be kind. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to get back with you as soon as I can.